Everybody. Today I felt kind of lazy, so it's gonna be a little bit later as usual than usual. The last time, if I remember correctly, Friday should be. So on Friday, I believe I set up that yeah, base layout separation. So now my layout should look like something. Maybe close up Telegram. So my layout should look a little bit saner, and I can work towards the second page. Yeah, there we go. So we have a footer and a head, and checking out my Figma file. I forgot water. Be right back. And so there's a bit of a problem right now. The fact that I need to make a user to be able to load the photographs. Also, I have to tie down photographs today, so there's going to be some database work, which should be the correct way. But I'm gonna go and implement this interface. Allow for a photo loading. Well, UI work is shit, so probably I just go. I'm gonna start with thinking about how do I go about the database. Maybe let's get an Excali draw out. Ew. If it's white, 000 black. Yep. I swear to God, I remember it being being able to put the dark background. Oh, there he goes. Amazing. So as for now, I only have some recipes. Which honestly, they're day entities. Like, honestly, as simple as that. But now one recipe should be binded to a specific day. There's this constants between a day and a user. There's going to be a user. Okay, I was hoping it would simply write it. Okay, so there's going to be a user which would have a specific, shall have n recipes relation. And there's going to be, the user will have a specific day recipe. I can just give my user, I can print his picture on the specific day. I don't believe I want any relationship between the two. And another problem that I have is every time that I deploy my recipes would reset. Which could mean that I could write the current day recipe, like make a small table which would be a recipe and today, so daily, be a table with dailies, and a user should have can have multiple dailies. This way, every time I deploy, I can check if today there's a recipe, I'm gonna take a new one. By the way, I haven't checked in a while if it's changing. Maybe it doesn't load. Okay, monkey's up. What's up with this? Oh, so my server died. Well, this is weird. Uh, well, first let's restart our server and see why it doesn't work. And afterwards, I'm gonna add my transition, my migration with this couple new tables. So one table to avoid keep overriding the recipe of that specific day. And if that recipe is empty, just jam in one new random one. And my user should have a bunch of pictures depending on that day. So also work on that. Okay, so this went off 3 days ago. Should be fine. Well, well, well. It's not layout anymore. Oh, yes, I don't have layout anymore. So interesting, on the build time, it won't tell me anything about the layout, but as long as I publish it, it will just not run. So podcast is down. Why? Phew. We are so back. So, again, groundwork, not amazing. Step one, get my migration in some form of order. Maybe change the DB file to migrations. And this would be called yeah, I'm not perhaps so I investigated about the idea of having a migration tool, and I think it's very great, but I'm feeling lazy and I don't believe in this project. I want to do some I want to revert some migration and do anything that's being so complicated. So that's going to be to work fine. So as for today, let's just not add user and add users and dailies. Is that how you write dailies? Plural of daily. Great. So let's copy my schema. That's gonna be table dailies, which would have an ID and I can just check. I'm gonna just save the name and check. If today there's something, then I don't need to create a new random recipe, and I'm just gonna write it here and read it out again. As for the user, obviously you have a name, which I can just go for varchar, sure. Varchar 40, varchar 50. Actually, username, I'm gonna take an email. I don't remember last time, but in my failed travel project, I had something about the email. Yeah. So varchar 250, sure. So my email varchar 250 not null makes sense. User same not null. Don't need a phone. And about alignment of structure memory. Have you ever heard about something similar in the case of database models? Not really. When a database server passes data type to a UDR, it aligns opaque type data on a specific byte boundary. Alignment requires depend on the C definition of the opaque data type and the system hardware and compiler on which opaque data type is compiled. Now you're really testing my university fundamentals, which I don't remember that great. Is that something like the idea of the... Are we talking about how the PC is routing it, or about the electrical wiring, actually? What stock means the way range of accessing computer memory. It consists of the three separate issues: data alignment, data structure, padding, and packing. I know that Go has a whole set of linters for this stuff. However, using them is a pain. Oh, so a little bit of manipulation in Go. Yeah, I heard about Go having trouble with using with, say, manipulating memory. Usually the idea is just you copy everything, because you don't, it's not made about that. For myself, I never actually tried to manipulate my memory, because I never really done anything performance intense with Go. But you usually don't. I mean, there was this nice talk on boot dev with some old Java guy, amazing programmer. And he was talking about how you usually not mess with memory with Go, generally speaking. Because I wanted to make like a game project in Go, and again, for the same reasons, people did not advise about that. But I probably most of the time you'll be fine. Why? What do you wanna? What do you wanna build? Meanwhile, I'm gonna run this. Don't remember actually how. Schema. All right, Postgres. There we go. Work better than intended. So first arrangement, I'm going to start by doing this right on the start. I was meaning a long time ago to get out the connection closing out in another as a separate method and just give back the connection. And let's try that. So it's going to be func connect to b. I could return the connection out, which is pgxcon. Actually, let's copy this. And R. Actually, you don't need the R, now that I think about it. Yeah, probably if you want to mess with memory, I would go something lower, maybe a Rust or something. Haven't tried Rust, or haven't actually written in a language that has manual memory management in a long time. It was fun in university. Kind of fun. It was okay in university to do that. Now this would be a good old connect to DB. Yeah, saves me a little bit. Should work. Be okay. At least I don't have to keep repeating that. Very well. So let's this max row. We will first take a look in the daily table. So today. Yes, I'm going to select anything. In Quest database, to get a list of records, it's better to use a specific column with an index instead of star, assuming this is an ID. It's going to be faster. It's better to use a specific column with an index instead of a star. Usually try an ID. Oh. It's reading less if you get for ID. Maybe curious now. Is it faster to read one specific column? Well, I guess you're getting out less data, so it should be less overhead. Because several connects data indexes rather than querying the table data. Oh, because the indexes are in memory. Interesting. This defense network traffic is 50k, roughly 10%. So 3 not a huge difference. Oh, because something will be in memory, so you're going to probably, well, not a difference in my server, but in a bigger server, it's a big difference. That's great. Thanks. I guess we can do the same thing over here. Just select the ID. By the way, I have not started anything. Yeah, of course, what's the deal? Actually, I mean getting the number of records via the function count. Sorry, I'm not getting its queries database to get a list of records. Better to use a specific column with an index instead of star. Usually this is an ID. Yeah, this one. So you meant get my count on a specific column, which hopefully works. Because at the end of the day, you are actually selecting something. In meantime, what the hell does not it found? Layout. Main Go 30. Okay, air is confusing me. Open template, no such file or directory. Am I even the correct directory? Brother. There's no air anywhere, no new variable on the side. 103. This is fine. Let's take a look at the count function. Maybe I will understand better what you mean. Not this bullshit. Postgres. Yeah, so it's count star. Does it change anything when I get when I set the ID? Can I even set the ID, generally speaking? I'm very rusty on the database stuff. Lately, I have been working only on front end and small scripts and stuff at work, so it was being very boring. Also, I can get on the ID. That's great. Can save some bytes. So everything is working now. Great. I don't know why it looked like it kept how do you say, caching my old error, the one that I got before for the missing of the type. Yeah, he won't like this. Hello. There we go. So the idea is select ID from recipes. Maybe not put it in the Mac, except for I can just take a random today's recipe. There's already something like that. Or let's say cached recipe. Well, actually, no. Let's make it a name. So var cached recipe string. Let's take the ID. So if ID is not, what's the default? What will it return? Today. Because I haven't written anything, so should not give me anything. Should be like an empty string or something like that. Today, 39. Why? Oh, I don't recipes, dailies. Great, today it's 0. Meaning, if it's 0, I should overwrite it with my recipe and just set the max offset to that. So if cached recipe is 0, I also recommend paying attention to the fact that in your case the context is used incorrectly. There is a solution to create an application context in main.go. Add context termination based on system signals turning the application. This way you will correctly turn the application by signal. Request can simply be interrupted and the response will not reach the address of the request. Well, I'm gonna take a look at that. That sounds great. I'm very new to Go, so checking how the stuff is actually has to be made, it's also amazing. So there's a solution to create an application main context in main Go and then add context termination based on a system signal to an application. Ooh. Okay, let me take your comment. And
you shouldn't be in that area.
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. So let's grab this one to take. How to use context in Go? Production. There it goes. Simple context is a very interesting thing that allows you to connect all components with a red thread and react to action performing different Go routines. Oh, that's so cool. Should actually read up. Oh yeah, because they're always disjointed. So I can pass the same context everywhere, or the same signal to the context everywhere. That's so cool. Yes, I saw Golang in general using all of this around, and it sounded very nice. I never really understood it. Like I just copied the library code. Let me read all about this. Find out of context whenever it has been terminated. If it has, you can perform special action. For example, close an open connection. I'm getting where you're going with this. Perhaps I can find like an example. I'm gonna search for an example that understand how this would go around, and then fix that. Cause it sounds better. It definitely sounds better what I'm doing. As the context type, which carries cancellation signal and the other request scope values across API boundaries. Incoming requests should never create a context. Outgoing requests should accept a context. You must propagate the context, optionally replacing the right context usually with cancel with the timeout. Oh. Do something and use my context. Calling the context, cancel the child, remove the parent, refuse the child, stops any association time. So applying it to the DB, because as for now, I'm just making one context of background, package context. For example, you can use HTTP package, and since HTTP request is a context function that contains information about an open TLS connection waiting for a response. More precise about the open close status. If the request context was cancelled, there's no need to do any action on the server side. So about an open TLS connection waiting for a response. More precise about the connection status. The request cancelled. Right. So, this one is a context. This is structure. It's a context. Background returns a non-nil if near cancel has no value, has no deadline. Oh, so this is for testing. Yeah, big time should fix that. This information about an open connection waiting for a response. More precise about the open close status. If the connection was cancelled, that there's no need to any action on the server side. Right, so I should. It's a lot of cool stuff today. So I'm passing this context around. HTTP request. This is a context. Interesting. So there's the close. There it is. GTX context. So I'm guessing I could pass it over here. GTX context. Something like this work. Wait, am I closing the DB? No. So this is going to close based on that connection. Still works, so that's good. Error compiled, great. And basically it presents about an open connection with the response. Oh yeah, so basically I can interrupt that. Well. This is cool. I actually have to read about this. And doing some side projects is amazing because also doing it on Twitch because I can get some stuff in that at work I'm not thinking about most of the time. My recipe will now take this context. Deadline reduces the time when work done on behalf of this context should be cancelled. If the connection is interrupted, I won't ever make that connection will be closed. Cool, very cool. Secure feature, which is very easy to implement in Go. In addition, you can always write a value by key to the context. Yeah, this is actually amazing. So each and every time I can simply give it well for the max rows. Don't actually have a context to work on. But I guess I could be connect to the B. I'm using it everywhere. Yeah, so that I'm going to relate it to connection, while in the main, I'm guessing the main is fine to use the background stuff, even though it's only for testing. Then I should find some really good stuff to read about the context. Let me finish this function and maybe try to think about the context in the before the server. Because I'm using this function here, which doesn't have really anything that give me the context, unless the main has a context on itself. That's so cool. My cache recipe is 0. I should query up something inside. If it's 0, this is what happens, and we are going to put this is ugly. Query is done. Here's number 1, and my query 2 should be writing. Query also convenience proper over query. It's just query. Nope. Use the reaction to system signal using signal. In this case, sending a request to terminal application. We accept the signal, we'll be able to process it correctly. Well, thank you very much. Function notify context returns a copy of a parent context that is marked done. When one of the listed signal arrives, then the return stops the function called. Or when the parent context done channel is closed, which happens first? Function stops unregistered signal before, which is like signal resets. For example, the default behavior of Go program receiving a noise interrupt is to exit. Fair. Calling notify context will change the behavior to cancel the return context. Not triggered by default. Till the return stops is called. The stop function releases resources of it. Data signal no longer need to be diverted to context. Well. Notify context. Here's my package main. Var never ready. Make, okay. It's work after signal is received. Context stop, signal context background as interrupt. Okay, so here I'm telling that my signal getting the context of the background, and if my OS tells everything to stop, we will stop. P. Find process, get PID. Fine, we're looking at the process set. Never ready. Context dot done. Context error. Process control C on a keyboard sends a signal to the process terminal in execution. Yes, this example simulates that by sending a signal to itself. Let's see. Context cancel funcs. The only thing that's confusing me is the first stop. Because I'm taking the context of the OS interrupt. Now I can use this to signal my connections to not keep going if it's interrupted, so that my Postgres won't need to keep it open. Okay, it's never ready. Print ready. Case done. Prints context cancelled. Because I give this signal and it will interrupt. So I'm running the stop. Macworld, in general, this thing needs to be reflected upon because it's quite difficult to understand this story right away. So many possibilities can take a ton of time to describe them or show them all. Yeah, I'm feeling it in a superficial manner, but I'm gonna have to think about it more. Trying to think about it a little bit now. Well, over it, thanks for the follow. Did not see that. Trying to thinking about it a bit now that I'm fresher than in an hour in. But I have to read. My instinct now is to go and take a look at how people actually pass this, because I tried to take a look at the Golang compiler and just say that all methods you make should usually take the context as the first argument. This is a good practice. Yeah. I saw this in the Golang LSP, and I was very confused about this context flying around. This should be too hard. Just gonna start with the stupid one. So just gonna give this context around. Basically, if my system interrupts, close the connections. Should be a good starting point. So ctx and it's for the package context, for the package signal. Notify context. Background tools are non-nil empty. This is never cancelled, has no values, has no deadlines. Yeah, so start with the main one, and if there's an interrupt. Yeah, I should try to understand what to do with this OS signal. I study the default behavior for the signal. For example, the default behavior of Go programmer signal is to exit. Well, I'm guessing it's fine to defer the stop as in the example, because at the end of the day, if my system gets an interrupt, just interrupt. This is a function. Interesting. Get max row can definitely benefit from context. Tx. What's the big deal over here? Oh yeah, let's try and do that. Connect to DB. Should definitely take a context. Tx. I never thought about that. Honestly, very happy to. Every day I'm happy to choose have chosen Golang to learn. People always talk about this it being simple, and the coolest thing about I believe that it is simple, but it also allows you to learn a lot of the cool stuff instead of thinking about the language itself. Background. This is the first background. I have to do here. Change word. Sticks. Oh, because they're all disjointed, and now I have one source of truth from my starting point. I can kind of see, but I'm going to think and read about it more. This is very cool. Yeah, so now there's only this background. The cancel func goes on a stop, and everyone else is, let's say, connected from the background task. Cool stuff, very cool stuff. And everything should be working. Not working. Let's get query off, no results in set. Well, thank you for that. What query? Oh yes, me and my errors. Dailies. This one should be count. Dailies. No results in the set. Well, I should not kill everything. Why is no result in the set an error? By the way, so not to forget, I'm gonna take my readme and read more about context. And try to fix this one. And I don't know if reading docs in stream is funnier. Actually, I should probably read this like my tonight. Gonna relax on Discord and take a good deep dive read. Feels like, well, to me, it is very interesting. To me, it is amazing to work on a deeper layer. But it also feels nice to go around. I don't know. You tell me. I can read some docs until my brain rots, gets destroyed. So my error, well, no results in row set. I feel like this error I can just pardon it because I don't quite care about it. Okay, good. So select from dailies. Unfortunate. All right. I got so lost. I should, if there's nothing over here, I should take a look. Maybe I should add a row. What do we have in my connection stuff? Query was a convenience wrapper over query. Any error that occurs will is valid until scan or return row. I mean, it's a query. In my context and all of this stuff. Well, it's not a select, it's an update, but sure. PGX blank. So this is the select, getting started guide. How do we insert in this stuff? Colon PGX insert query. Defer cross connections, query string, insert into keys values. Yeah, where is the insert going over here? Oh, exec. There it is. So I'm guessing it would still take the context and maybe an argument. The stuff was insert into I'm hidden for not wanting to go uppercase. It's so annoying. Keys. The name. Values. Hello. Let's say. What's the return over here? Command tag. What? The fuck is this? Well. Insert is true if the command tag starts with insert. Sure, check the error. Can insert. Isn't error syntax at the end? Unable to get my query off. Can't insert error. Syntax error at the end. What was the big deal? Why can't I insert? Values. Star one. Oh, yeah. Relation keys. My brain is getting into mush. Dailies. Okay, good. Why am I checking the name? Could just take the food ID and put it in a foreign key. God damn it. And now this is very stupid. Do I even have my stuff? Do I even get to know my recipe? Not really. Wait, I'm dumb as fuck. I just insert the offset and then read the offset. If it's the same, it's fine. Yeah. Ugly stuff. Let's fix the database quickly. Why the fuck was I looking with the name? Migrations. data sheet. Is offset a keyword? Recipe offset. Yep, fair is fair. Let's nuke this table. Drop table. Yeah, users already exists. Now I can just drop my offset over here. And it will insert. So if cache recipe is 0, insert my offset. And this is stuff that I do. Otherwise, my max offset is just going to be what I have in this. Probably should just take it over here. Wait, not max offset. The random offset. Yeah, this business. Today's recipe is a runtint. Pass my today's recipe. This happens anyway. Otherwise, this recipe is going to simply be that query, right? From dailies and scan today's recipe. Okay, this looks great. Now it feels like my queries are now stupid. naming days. Offset. Stacks are near offset. What's this about? Recipe offset. Of course. Recipes. Funny how my body wrote it, but my brain couldn't get it. Okay, good. Wait, offset 0? Why? I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and fix this ugly code. So one at a time. I don't need the cache recipe. Rather, this whole cache recipe business should be simply my today's recipe. So I should select my what's this recipes offset where select today's date. What's this? Where date is current. Or create that this. Good, so get my today's offset. This is fine. Need this one. Get my max offset, which could be written somewhere. Fine. Get my max offset. If today's recipe is 0, then I make the rand. It's superfluous. Make the rand. I write it down. Else, I can just get it off. Feels better. I can find my underscore. Does it compile? Good. So grilled ranch bread. Now, should be again, and it isn't. Where evidently I'm missing something. Okay. Can I just front only the date and not? Because this bullshit is my date time, right? Transform timestamp into date. Postgres. To char. Great. Where the function called to char current create that, and it's going to be the same standard days, well, day equals current date. Now operator must be given name and argument types. You might need to explicit type case. Why? Force wise 2 amps to this. It's because I don't have a value. Well, damn. Delete from dailies. Oh. Delete everything. Good. Meaning, let's start again. So there's nothing over here. We put the asparagus vinaigrette. Great. Now we start again. So my server should still have asparagus vinaigrette. Now that's something. Let's get a little bit of commit, right? Stage is my style changed. Why? And I'm gonna say same recipe on day and fixed context. Oopsie. Good. That's progress. The second thing I was trying to do was the whole user. Yeah, so the whole user base, basically, I still not adding a way to add the user, but I want the user, which by the way, now that I think about it, I want my users also to have a picture of that day. If you're a user, you can add a picture, and the picture should be specific to that day. Because this morning I jumped around a lot. Jesus fucking Christ. And this stays. Anything else probably is going to go. And GPT is fine. This one I'm keeping. Yeah, so originally I was worrying about the pictures. The picture should be one from the user. I didn't think about the idea of the user having picture. Every user should have a picture for that specific day. Yeah, I did not think about these relationships at all. So my daily is something completely off. It's a single relationship. It's fine. I'm happy with this. My user should have a picture. That picture should be on a specific day. And that picture should have some likes and some stuff like that. So I'm guessing I can just add some stuff. Like I'm adding or shove it in the dailies. Now the daily should have set of pictures, and the picture should have a user. Or one user should have a lot of pictures, and one. I'm getting confused about nothing really. Yeah, one user has a bunch of pictures. Every picture has one specific day. Of the pictures. Okay. Talking about pictures. Pictures should have a path, which is text. The picture should have an user ID, which should be a foreign key. I can't quite remember the foreign key stuff. Just take a look at this project. User it, just as reference. Let's just take this thing out. So my user ID references my user ID. Okay, so my picture has a user. And my picture also, well, I don't care about the day. I can just get my current timestamp when it was created very easily. And a path, and do I need to tell something to my user? No. Good. So each user can have a bunch of pictures. I take the picture of the day, print it out, easy peasy. Those references users. Good. This way I can save every picture on a path, write down the path based on the user, grab out my picture for the day and slap it on the page. Amazing. Well, adequate. So I close the breakpoint. Okay. We are getting somewhere. It's not yet that crowded. So I'm still going on one file. When I get to like 500, I probably should separate the stuff. I feel like I want to separate them now, but I'm also a very lazy person, so I'm gonna separate it when I feel like it's getting on my nerves. So good step now is still working, great. A good step now is to make the second page and add the picture. Then we'll talk about the styles. So second page incoming. get this handler out. Handler pictures. I don't need now rather than executing the header is not used. Well, fine. Okay, rather than getting my index, let's make a new one. The pictures. And the path is obviously going to be picture path, pictures. Templates. Picture this. Okay, now parse this one. Good. And essentially get my picture path out. And get my handler func main handle. Such file or directory? I doubt that. Picture. Oh, yeah. You are correct. God damn it. We good? We good. Let's go. Now, let's have a way to navigate to that quickly. Which would unlock my second. The fuck is this index? Yes, on my home page. This will be pictures. Pictures page. Pictures page string s.getEnv picture page. I believe my home button in my app. Oh no, okay, it's still the old one. Should update it when next time. Okay, bye. Good. Still works. Where's my picture? And my air crashed. To be fair, this did not happen a long time ago. So, good for them. 8081, my bad. Pictures page, localhost pictures. Oh, right, the caching. I get so confused sometimes. Why is this not being seen? It's right here. I tapped it out. Why do I keep getting this? This is my header. Hello? Why is this still here? Wait. Pictures, page, pictures. Well, at least it works. What? Ah, right. I need to put them on a different distance. And everything in the world is a flex boss. Always. With some gap in between. Way better. So picture is here. And my footer should also work like that. Let's get lazy, always. And let's get lazy. Crashed again. Didn't. Then where the hell is my stuff, brother? Is there another footer over here? That's not good, but what's the big deal over here? Oh, yeah, okay. Big, my bad. Jesus Christ. Good. So as for the picture page, first thing first. Let's add it to my fingers. Let's also get it the basic templates. Now I don't have to get flashbanged every time. Oh nice, my header is not there. Before exporting my header, well, let's export it now. Won't take long. So my header is nothing but this beautiful guy. My index is header, which means that it is equal. Right. Picture index. Function header not defined. What do you mean function header? Oh, I can pass functions? Well, that's kinda neat. Good. Now my picture can benefit from the header. Header. And this is going to be a simple copy. Now this looks good. All right, so now comes the most annoying part, which is loading the photograph and saving it somewhere. My somewhere was going to be, how the fuck do I go up in the folders? And why? And why don't X doesn't work anymore? Well. Well. Show help. Good thing. Navigate to the parent folder. That one. Good boy. Let's make it's not a static, but it is a public. I don't know what would be, that would be like public folder pictures. Call it public. Yeah, public pictures. Good. That's where we will save our stuff. And for now, let's upload a file, save it over there. And then we'll see. Okay, so making a post endpoint. I don't remember all of this stuff. Used to do so many, but I don't remember. Once data has been validated on the client, it's okay to submit the form. Since we covered the article, we really need to submit. And data gets sent. The value must be a relative or absolute URL. All right. So let's pick my action, make it absolute for simplicity. Look at HTTPS localhost 8080 save picture. Why not? And if I remember correctly, I can just put a button in here and it will always submit. Picture. Nope. Yep. And well, a button. Save. Now let's try to capture that event. With a handler. Saving. probably be a constant. Would definitely be a constant. Handle say picture. Good. This should print. Saving. Good. Now let's get a file over here. I don't care about PHP input file, my file. This one. This is the good stuff. Choose a file. And I remember for the folder, you had to like get from the form page. There was some stuff about the form. You just have the form. The fuck is this project? Nope. In my interpreter server, in my main.go form. Right, so I'm checking that you can't pass data over there. Pass my form and holy shit, what am I doing over here? And get this stuff over with. My name is my file, good. Which is accessible. Son of a bitch. All right. You cheeky fella, good. Let's get my pancake over here. Why? Why is this not a post? I have to tell my head. Let me say the HTML methods. Why would you want a form to be a get? Again, I'm gonna read about this maybe later. No, 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 no. I'm being legal right now. Method post. Don't bullshit me. I'll fix the method later. Save. Package JPEG. Pancake JPEG. Good. So my pancake is getting over here, but I'm not sending correct method. Now it works. Very well. Also, this is going to get into HTMX territory. So we're getting our SPA working. I'm gonna install HTMX today, but I'm not going to go further. But the only thing I want to know, actually, let's save the file. Let's get this file, let's get it saved. Because the font value is being the file made. Now that sounds long. I'm already overdue. Today I started late. But it's Sunday, you have to clean your house. Not a fancy job, but it's a job that has to be done. Well, Ovidly, thank you for watching today. And anyone else who came to hang around. I'm gonna make a push. Let's say first steps for pictures. I will see you tomorrow as usual later than 6 o'clock. I'm trying my best to get to 6 o'clock, but it's never working out. Keep staying and having tea with my mom. And oh, take care. See you. Thanks for today.